Hello everybody, welcome back to Free America. It's a beautiful day today. It is the 15th of January, which is the day that we celebrate Martin Luther King's Jr.'s birthday. Dr. King is one of my heroes. He's probably the most important civil rights hero next to Abraham Lincoln that this country ever had. But that's not why I'm here to talk to you today. As I promised, I'm going to talk to you about this book, US Infantry Weapons in Combat. Some of you who may have seen a couple of my videos know that I'm a big fan of the M1 Garand. And that's what's over here making all that noise. So, wanted to share with you example of that venerable battle rifle. In case you're wondering what this is a chamber flag. It tells me that the chamber is empty. So this M1 was purchased. I got this gun from the Civilian Marksmanship Program. I'll leave a link down below in the description about the CMP, and if you're interested in picking up an original U.S. issue M1 Garand, that's a very good place to do it. This particular gun is what they call a special. It's been completely rebuilt. The receiver was built in 1943, and it's been rebarreled, brand new barrel in 30-06, brand new stock. Most of the parts, of course, are new old stock surplus parts. And the little stock pouch is something I found online. I can leave you a link for that too if you're interested in that. But what that is it carries 2 clips of ammunition. So if you pick up your rifle, you've always got ammunition. This is something that we started doing, well, I guess around 2000 or so, during our deployments. By the time we were deploying to Iraq and Afghanistan, everybody had a stock pouch on their M16, on their M4. So, but this is a great piece of equipment. So, General Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever created. So, I was interested in this book because it has all the combat experiences of guys who actually use that rifle in combat. So the M1 Garand, like I just showed you, the M1 carbine, the M1A1 carbine, which is the folding stock paratrooper model, the M2 carbine, which is the select fire fully automatic version of the M1 carbine, Thompson submachine gun, the M3 grease gun submachine gun, the 1911 pistol, and the BAR. And it also talks about using hand grenades, the M3 trench knife, combat knife, and of course the K-bar, right? They call it a K-bar. It's the Marine Corps called it the 1219C2, and the Navy called it the Mark II. But it's the Marine Corps combat knife. So all of those are covered in this book. And the great thing is, you get everybody's opinion, right? None of these guys are small arms experts, you know. They may be expert in shooting all these guns, but you get their opinions. So just about everybody that talks about the M1 rifle, the M1 Garand in this book, has nothing but praise for it. So I found that not surprising, but interesting. And pretty much everything else in the book is kind of up to personal opinions. Lots of praise for the BAR, for the Browning automatic rifle. But most of the time, what you hear them saying is, You know, it is super firepower. It'll keep the enemy's head down. It is, you know, it's basically a squad automatic weapon that you can carry, you know, in the jungle without nearly as much trouble as the tripod mounted crew served 30 caliber machine guns. But it's heavy as hell, and the ammunition for it is heavy as hell. So the Marines actually would assign 2 assistant ammo bearers to every BAR gunner. So that kind of gives you an idea. The M1 carbine, you know, people either love it or hate it. There really isn't a lot of in between. Lots of guys who thought the M1 Garand was great, but too big and heavy, and you know, too much recoil for them. They liked the M1 carbine, and then other folks thought that it didn't have the range it needed. It didn't have the punch it needed. One of the guys said that he wouldn't give you a dime for an M1 carbine, because when he was carrying one during the war in Korea, up in North Korea, they don't work well in the very extreme cold. So he literally threw his away and picked up a captured Chinese Thompson. So it's interesting to read everybody's experiences. So I want to encourage you guys to read this book, US Infantry Weapons in Combat. It's written by a guy named Mark Goodwin, and what Mark did was he sent out letters to different veterans organizations and asked for people to send in their experiences. So this is that compilation, and it's fascinating, you know. And of course, it's the forward is by Scott Duff, who's the publisher. So each one of these stories, not each one, a lot of these stories has pictures of the veteran, you know, in World War II or Korea with their weapons. So, but if you're looking for a lot of cool, you know, pictures of guns, this is not the book. If you're looking for other people's experiences about the weapons that were commonly used during the Second World War and through to Korea, this is the book for you. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for being here today and enjoying, you know, this federal holiday with me. I will drink a toast to Dr. King. Because that's the correct and proper thing to do. So, I don't know if you know this, but K-Bar makes a bottle opener. It's pretty cool. This channel is not endorsed by the New Belgium Brewing Company, who make really great beer, but they're also a bunch of dope smoking hippies. Not that there's anything wrong with that, if that's what you like. So, cheers to Dr. King. Good beer. Thanks for joining me. God bless America.